Nathan, welcome to Workwear Safety.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Come on in. Workwear has been around since 1980, and our mission is that we make workers' lives better. You could do that a lot of different ways, but we do it by serving corporate safety footwear programs and making sure that employees are in safety footwear like steel-toed boots that keep them safe, productive, and happy on the job. We serve people through our brick and mortar stores that are all over the place. We have our website, and we have a fleet of shoe mobiles that we call them. Really, they're shoe stores on wheels, and so they can be scheduled to go onto site so that people can get their safety footwear during shift changes and lunch breaks and things like that, and make it real convenient for customers. This area is the bullpen. Caitlin and Jerry, who's out of the office at the moment, handle all of our merchandising and buying, always staying on top of what our customers need in terms of selection for their footwear. We take care of our marketing and also our graphic design here. Workwear is a really cool all-American success story. The company was founded in 1980 by Joe Peltier, who had moved down with his family from Michigan. And they started off selling steel-toed boots on a folding card table at the Traders Village flea market.
I hear that y'all have been one of the best places to work for the last 5 years.
That's
Can you
right.
tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, 100%. We're really proud of that. We've been named one of the best places to work in Fort Worth for 5 years running now. And it's all about the culture, right? Of course, culture eats strategy for breakfast is the old adage. And around here, it's all about the workwear ways, where every company has core values, and we do too. But what we've really done is we've defined it down to 26 traits and behaviors that everybody on the workwear team expects from one another and can expect from everybody else on the team. And we reinforce that every week there's a way of the week. The way this week is way number 14, be a fanatic about response time. And we reinforce that with one another. We celebrate it when we catch one another doing something that's really remarkable and in accordance with the workwear ways. We carry over 65 brands. And so a lot of them are the top names that you know about: Justin, Tony Lama, Wolverine, Reebok. We make 2 premium brands, TegaPro and Seguro Pro, and they are outstanding boots that we're really proud to offer to our customers as well. It's a lot of shoes.
You've got a few in here, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit.
So how do you kind of keep all this organized?
You bet. About 4 years ago, we transitioned to a modern ERP that had a warehouse management system. We bring in our footwear by the case or by the container, and it gets broken down into the eaches that you see here. And every time a boot gets sold out of one of our stores or mobile stores or online, there's a replenishment system that gets it going automatically. Most of our stores and mobile stores get replenished about every 2 or 3 days. And that's because we want that footwear right where the customer can try it on. That's really what we want, is that so many people who need safety footwear are having to buy it online, where we've all had that experience. You know, you order the 10.5, it comes in, and maybe it's not the right fit, but I don't want to have to deal with sending it back and getting a return. And you know, this footwear is being worn for 12 hours a day in an industrial environment. And so we want people to have the right fit the first time. So it's important to us to have it in the store ready for them to try on. That's why we carry so much backstock and why we have such a diligent system for warehouse management and getting the inventory and the product right where it needs to be in front of the customer who needs it.
Something I've always kind of wondered about folks that have a mobile fleet and inventory in them is, how do you keep track of what's in those vans, in those mobile stores?
Yep, you bet.
Is it in the same WMS sort of system, or is it separate, or?
It's in the same. So our mobile stores operate just like a retail store. So in terms of the inventory modeling that goes into it, they are modeled for their shoes, and the mobile store manager who serves those customers on that route has a big input on what shoes he needs on the retail store. Each mobile store carries between 75 and 85 styles, and that's tailored to the accounts that we need, both in terms of male-female ratio, size distribution, types of industry. But once that model is set, we can resupply it like any other retail store, and it makes our mobile store system very efficient.
As we've been walking around, the one thing I've been kind of thinking about is that a lot of the folks that I talk to and tours that I go on, I get to see an operation running, and top of mind is safety in most operations. But for you, safety is both top of mind, bottom of mind, and everything in the middle.
It's the whole game, yeah.
Right. So kind of like, what is your perspective in your own practices on being safe here in your operations?
Well, the very first part of our perspective is admiration for safety professionals. They have to worry about and manage so much. And so that's, really they in many respects are our customer, because we want, out of the 100 things that they're worrying about, we want to take this one item, the PPE program, and especially the safety footwear program, and allow them to say, okay, I've partnered with somebody in that they've got this. Of course, we want to reflect that as well, while our environment, even here in the warehouse, is nowhere nearly like, the heavy manufacturing or iron works that we serve and other types of environments. We also have an environment appropriate safety program. So our warehouse team gets safety footwear. We like to model that for the team. All of our professionals are wearing safety footwear while they're on the job, especially our mobile store managers that are actually at the work environment with our customers. And since we also carry PPE, everybody who's out serving customer also has their high vis, their hard hats, their glasses, their gloves, everything that they might need for going into a high risk environment. Even though a warehouse carrying safety footwear, of course, there's always opportunities for mishap, and we're very careful. We have appropriate programs in place. Really, it's our customers' environments that we want, or that we're really paying attention to and making sure that we're prepared for, in addition to here at home.
You've got a few cardboard boxes here from all your overpacks, I suppose.
Yep.
What becomes of these things?
Yeah, exactly right. We're always paying attention to the environment. A fair amount of it gets recycled, but really it's all about reuse and recycle, right? And so when our product comes in by the caseload and gets broken down into the individual shoe boxes, when we resupply our stores and mobile stores that are not in North Texas, we rebox the product back up, palletize it, and ship it out. And so about 80% of what comes in gets utilized to ship product back out, and the rest gets recycled. And with the cash that we get, we'll turn that into employee pizza parties and fun things like that. Welcome to the Fort Worth store.
I feel like I'm in a running shoe store.
That's by design. A lot of running shoe stores you go into, and they use a branding device, they properly fit your feet, they watch how you walk. And at a lot of places, safety footwear and other forms of PPE are sold like a piece of industrial equipment, where it might as well be nuts and bolts. But this is something that's on people's feet a lot more than any running shoes are going to be, and it deserves that same type of precision and care and expertise. Here in the Fort Worth store, it's over 7,000 square feet of retail space. And of course, as you can see, the whole point is to make sure that the customer has the opportunity to enjoy the selection that we provide. And in this case, the customer came in, had the voucher from their company. And so very quickly, in this case, my team knew the company and their requirements. And so she was able to walk him over and explain what types of safety features his program needed. Within that, he's picking out a few styles that he likes in terms of the way they look and feel, because everybody wants to look good in the shoes that they're wearing. And she'll help fit him up to make sure that they work right on his feet, and will serve him well while he's doing his job.